Welcome to the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show. I'm the big beefy boy Shaz Beef, and today I'm joined by my fellow old buck in Morro. My missus hates the
My missus does not watch anything.
No, but she does, like, sometimes I'll just have it on in the background and I might go oosh, and then I'll be like looking at numbers on YouTube, and at the start of it it's always the oosh, and she's like, she shudders every time I say that.
The only thing that I've ever got a reaction for was last week's thumbnail.
Yeah, you was Bobby the Brain.
She just responded. I had it on the Instagram. She just responded, "Wow."
Yeah,
and it wasn't a wow.
Yeah.
It was a wow.
It looked good, though, didn't it?
Fantastic.
Speaking of wow, that was a word that I posted into the WhatsApp group. Mm-hmm. Then it was followed by Dunphy after he witnessed what I witnessed.
He said, "Wow."
Then you said, wow. Then Johnny Martz, after a long
24 hours
fucking
later.
time,
24 hours later.
he said, wow.
Yeah.
What was up with that? And then your missus said wow, but she was saying wow for a different thing.
Totally different thing, yeah.
So that was my segue
Good segue.
into Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber.
What do you think of the thumbnail for this?
I thought the thumbnail, well, they haven't. Well, they will have seen it. Yeah, fantastic as well. Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you
yeah.
very much. I
look good. I look good, yeah. I look good.
You're John Cena. I was thinking about going with The Rock, but I was like, when I did it first, because you wear sunglasses and all that all the time. So when I did it first, it looked weird because whatever was happening. So it just
me and The Rock we look too similar probably.
Yeah, and then the thumbnail kind of put a tad bit of the top of my hair on The Rock. So if you look at the thumbnail, the top of the head is missing.
All right, I'll have a look.
So
at that.
I should have smoothed it out, but I didn't.
Yeah, and then Punk called Rock and Cena baldy frauds.
Baldy frauds.
I take umbrage with that, Mr. Punk.
Let's get into it. Anyway,
a baldy man.
You some hot takes on Elimination Chamber.
I have hot takes on Elimination Chamber.
I can't wait to clip it because you're the draw now.
I am the draw of the fight. This is crazy. What's going on? You put my face on the video. I'm getting more hits than like a female wrestler and not wearing much clothes.
Oh yeah, someone actually wrote on YouTube there recently going, I'm giving this video a dislike because of the clickbait thumbnail. And, and in my head I was thinking, you're just a perv that's pissed off.
Wanted to see scantily clad women.
You're exactly the demographic I was trying to get there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we got the click. We got the click.
Yeah, and we got the dislike, but engagement, man.
Engagement, don't care. It's like that guy I went back and forth with for 19 messages.
Yeah, you're never going to live that one down.
Yeah, sure, look, doesn't matter.
A lot so I think what possibly people just associate your face now with stupid takes.
Or, like, actually, my Jey Uso one had 50 comments on TikTok.
And you didn't respond to any of them.
I only saw it today.
I've been responding, defending your take.
No, but it was universal agreement on my Jey Uso
No, there was
take.
a good few. Wrestle Darcy didn't agree. Scotty O didn't agree.
Well, they're wrong.
Yeah. There's a poll as well. I think it's about 50-50 yeet, no yeet.
Jey Uso is a catchphrase and an entrance. Definition.
Yeah, he's Road Dogg.
He's Road Dogg.
Oh, you didn't know?
And then the bell rings.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Well, nobody knew what was going to happen at Elimination Chamber, and it's safe to say now that I am excited for WrestleMania.
Okay, here's my...
Don't go, like, we're going to go through the card. So don't...
Can I give my overall review of the card?
Of the show, yeah.
It's not, and there's no spoilers or anything like that. It was the most dog shit wrestling show to have excellent consequences I've ever seen.
Why? What would, like,
the show itself as a show,
I enjoyed it.
Was shit.
No, what was shit about it?
Loads of stuff. We're going to get into it match by match. 3-match card.
4-match card.
One of them was unsanctioned. Doesn't count.
Fucking piece of shit, you know that?
Triple H with his 3-match card pay-per-view.
You are some piece of shit.
It's unsanctioned.
It was on the pay-per-view.
It's unsanctioned.
It was on the PLE.
Oh, the PLE.
Yeah.
It was a 3-match card.
It was a 4-match card.
Unsanctioned doesn't count. Not a real match.
It was a match.
They had a match, but it wasn't sanctioned by Paul Levesque and WWE. So they gave us a 3-match card.
And a killer fucking angle.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Because it was like...
Man, it was such a massive night.
It was awesome.
And that's exactly what a pay-per-view before WrestleMania should be.
To an extent, I agree,
years like we had like Roadblock.
What was the other one? There was Roadblock, and there was
No Way Out.
Yeah. There was a different one, Fastlane or
something like that.
Fucking shite,
dog shit.
Yeah, okay, is this successful pay-per-view? Yes.
Like if you were back in the old pay-per-view model where you paid for it, I think you'd be quite happy.
You got your money's worth because something of historical consequence happened.
I paid for single brand pay-per-views.
Yeah, and they were
Bad Blood.
We go back to, it was the Great American Bash one that was like one of the worst pay-per-views of all time.
I paid for December to Dismember, I'm pretty sure.
Dog shit, like.
Unless it was free on Sky, but I remember watching that live.
I had such turmoil about this pay-per-view.
I don't care about Sylvester Turkey.
Who does?
No, I never cared. Why did I pay to watch this?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like this, you got your money's worth, but there was so much dog shit on it as well.
Especially because of Netflix as well.
Yeah, like in the Netflix, and I suppose the network era as well. Like, if you were paying, if this was still on the network,
there was a lot of time though. I still felt, even though the network was,
you were getting robbed for a tenner. Yeah.
It wasn't a tenner. It was $12.99.
$12.99. Yeah.
I remember they took that money on me after I cancelled my subscription.
They did, because apparently it's still active in Germany.
It wasn't even available in Ireland.
Yeah, and you got one email saying it's not available in your region anymore, and an hour later they took your money.
They told me that they refunded me, but I never checked it out, so I should check it out.
I would fucking check that out, because them cunts don't need your money. Probably shouldn't have said that.
I don't want that money going to iShow Speed.
There you go. I actually have an iShow Speed tech for this show.
Was there many celebrities at this?
Fucking Travis Scott, Drake.
But they didn't show Drake in the crowd, did they?
He was behind the commentary desk, but you can't show Drake at the moment. He's ice cold. He's the definition of like Hogan pre-heel turn.
Hey Drake.
Like that shit. That shit has gone wild. Like.
It has. Yeah.
Like it was Oscars.
Do you think Kendrick Lamar showing up on the Oscars or on AEW?
No way. But apparently, Ricochet says Kendrick does know what AEW is.
Hey Drake.
I think like in a different era, 18 months ago, 2 years ago, you show Drake all over the fucking thing.
He did cancel like Sydney shows in Australia
and New Zealand as well. Yeah, ticket sales weren't looking good. Things aren't going well for Drake.
He showed up in Toronto, and you're like,
his new album has 800 sales this week.
I never got Drake. I never thought. I was like, what?
Yeah, I never got Drake. Like Drake has some.
People call him the greatest rapper of all time. Like,
that's just outrageous. I'm like a rap fan. Like
a rapper with a ghostwriter.
What the fuck happened? That's it. Like, yeah. So they didn't really lean into the Drake was there thing because he's just not cool at the moment.
Yeah, but it wasn't like, oh, this guy from NASCAR, this person that's famous in Canada.
It wasn't like the Netflix first night where we were bombarded with fucking a load of people that we don't know.
You know what I would have loved? Kenny fucking Hots to show up.
Yes,
Kenny versus Spenny, man. Spencer and Kenny.
I'd be up for that.
Show them. Yeah. I'll be like, yeah. And then, you know what Netflix you can do? Bring back Kenny versus Spenny.
Listen to the man.
That fucking unbelievable shit. You can watch them all for free anyway on YouTube.
They're all on YouTube, aren't they?
Yeah. So bring back new ones. I'll watch that.
Yeah. Shane will continue his Netflix subscription.
I watched Kenny versus Spenny, I'd say about 6 times all in. All the show.
Raw ratings have tanked though. So they might need to do Kenny versus Spenny to get the fucking things back up. No, we don't know the one for post-Elimination Chamber. I suspect that'll do a better number.
Yeah, but do you miss a beat then by not having an actual John Cena showing up?
Yeah,
because didn't Hogan show up on the Nitro after Bash at the Beach?
I'm assuming he did.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I can't remember. But like, yeah, I know, but people still tune in because it was in the news cycle wrestling. You know what I mean? Like the week before, they were down to 2.6 million. Worldwide over 7 days. I suspect this will heat things up a bit because it was getting a little bit cold there.
I find it I already know what's and it's my own fault. I already know what's happening, so I don't feel like I need to go back and watch it unless it's like something that I really want to watch. But they just clip it and it's up on YouTube immediately.
Yeah, and it's on like their fucking...
Like if I was Netflix, I'd be Twitter, pissed because that whole full segment...
6 minutes was on Twitter.
No, but if the whole full segment, it was like 19 minutes after the men's Elimination Chamber, was on YouTube. Yeah. Straight away, and you're like, why?
No, I have no reason to go back and watch the show.
If I wanted to watch that.
Yeah, if I got up the next morning.
I watched Punk's promo on YouTube
I watch Punk's promo on Twitter as well.
Because you're watching Raw, and it's still a bit like... There's still a lot of filler. The fucking ads...
It's still too many ads. It's still too long.
Yeah, like it's hard to digest.
And do you know what another thing is as well, right? If I don't watch it immediately, and I'll say, I'll watch it Wednesday, I'll watch Thursday, or I never go back. And I think that's what's happening to a lot of their audience. Like the first week there, they did 5.9 million. And I said at the time, I thought it might be a bit higher. And then between us in conversation, we kind of came to the conclusion that, it's actually a pretty good number. Netflix will be happy with that. But now it's down at 2.6 million.
Yeah, but that's 2.6 million that is tuning in consistently.
Well, but
like they've kind of leveled out now. But like Netflix have 2.6 million for a show that is going to be on every single week.
But it's costing them a shitload of money.
Yeah, but like you look at, like, I don't know, Stranger Things or whatever.
Yeah,
like if you wanted to watch Stranger Things,
now
you would get a month's Netflix subscription and you could finish that in a month.
Stranger Things will do something mental like 80 million the week of, and then it'll fade obviously over time.
Wrestling is important to us, but like it's still very niche.
It's very niche, and like that's what the Netflix thing is kind of showing up for me. How niche it really is.
Yeah.
Like it's super. Like if there's only 2.6 million people watching Raw on a weekly over the course of 7 days worldwide, wrestling is fucking niche.
I find that very hard to believe, though. 2.6 million.
Yeah, that's what Netflix are saying.
Is it Netflix or is it like some aggregator?
No, it's Netflix. So basically, we get the numbers.
Or is that in America? Like,
no, that's worldwide 7 days, not live.
They were getting bigger numbers in just America when it was on TV, but that's the Nielsen ratings, which are fairly.
Well, the Nielsen ratings are good. Like they're not like obviously entirely accurate, but they're pretty good. But
you have to think like people in like there's a big market in India, in Australia.
That's what I thought. India itself would because a lot of their when they do monster numbers on YouTube, it's from India.
Yeah,
not all of it, but India bolts those numbers considerably. But I thought they'd do like mega numbers on Netflix, and then we'd find out in 6 months' time that fucking 60% of that is from India because they're super popular there. But that's not happening. I don't know what's going on. It's weird. The India market thing seems to be pure YouTube and social media, and none of it on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's kind of opened my eyes to how niche wrestling is, and that we spend hours doing a wrestling podcast, and our maximum audience is 2.6 million people.
And we're nowhere near it.
You know what I mean? Some of my videos are doing numbers by...
Yeah, there was I think, like our best month again, 180,000.
Yeah. And 13k of them was on one of my Hulk Hogan videos.
Yeah. What do we... One of your... It was ours.
Yeah, but you put my face on the thumbnail, you know.
Right.
It seems to be the modus operandi. You put my face on the thumbnail,
you're going to get something dumb. You're going to be some dumbass talking shit.
I am going to give you some fucking material today.
Class. Okay, right. We'll start with Elimination Chamber. The actual structure itself, it pales in comparison to the old structure.
This is one of my hot takes. It's fucking dumbed down to the nth degree. Like,
do you remember when the lights used to go out?
Yes.
And then I started thinking, because we've seen it in the Unsanctioned match, when the actual lights went out, I was like, all right,
I'm going to get to that.
But when it just spinned and then you had a red thing, I was like, it's too... It doesn't look gritty.
Too corporate.
Yeah. It didn't look great. It looked like a play set.
Do you know, when we were in our WhatsApp group the other day talking about the show before recording, and I couldn't think of a word for the commentary, and Dumph said it sounds unnatural.
This was after it.
Yeah, after the show. We were talking about the show, like the four of us were talking about the show.
Into the commentary,
and I couldn't think of a word to describe the commentary, and Dumph said unnatural. I said, yeah, that's the word I couldn't think of. But to me, this whole show felt unnatural. Like and I don't mean unnatural as in supernatural. I mean nothing feels organic. Like the chamber structure, it just looks like dumbed down and like a play set. So nothing seems organic or natural about it.
Like back in the day, and I'm not advocating for this.
I'm advocating for what you're about to say. I think I know. Go on.
Like the chamber looked like it fucked you up.
I'm advocating for that. Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, well, he fucked up Triple H's throat. But like when you took a bump on the outside of the chamber.
Now it's just the friggin' mat like that you do gymnastics on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I did tumble overs on them, didn't hurt.
Or the bulletproof plexiglass.
Everything looked like it hurt. Now it looks like
plexiglass never really did.
No, it didn't. But outside the ring, it looked fucking sore.
Vicious like.
Because what's the thing? And I'll come back to this in the men's one as well. But the commentary, but anyway, the commentary kept highlighting that this is a match like War Games that changes your lives, shortens careers, blah blah.
And they did it so well with Hell in a Cell recently.
Yes, that's what Punk and Drew did in Hell in a Cell should be the template going forward for these career-changing matches. And I'm watching this thing, and I'm going like, Michael Cole is in my ear telling me how this shortens careers and how dangerous this is. And
I'm watching the thing Liv Morgan has been in 9 of them.
Yeah. Like, I think she's had 6. And I'm there looking at it going like
she's doing pretty well in her career. That doesn't look like it's shortened at all.
Yeah, she looks like fresh as a daisy.
Yeah.
And the whole thing, I was like, what you're telling me non-stop and what I'm watching are 2 totally different things.
Not natural,
not organic. That was a big problem for me. But because when I text you afterwards, I said it was a show with 2 great angles and a good angle.
Okay.
And I'm going to revise that slightly. It was a show with 1 great angle, 1 excellent angle, not quite great, but excellent, and 1 very good angle.
Okay.
The excellent angle is the Jade Cargill one at the start.
Okay, so let's get into the Women's Elimination Chamber match. You have Bianca.
Yeah.
You have Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
You have Roxanne Perez.
She had a star-making...
Who's the other one? Naomi, obviously, Liv Morgan, and Bailey.
Poor old Bailey got pinned first.
Well, so the match starts. I was really excited to see Alexa Bliss.
See how she's moving.
I remember her back in the Buddy Murphy and was it Wesley Blake or whatever tag team, and she was managing them and seeing how far she came from then. And she's kind of made herself stand out.
Yeah.
And very diminutive person.
Tiny,
but she does. I think she does stuff well, and she has an engaging character.
And she has her facial expressions and the emoting she does is very clear.
Takes too long to hit her finish, but
yes. I thought Roxanne Perez took it really well.
Yeah. But it was cool to see Roxanne in there. That connection with NXT. For years, we would dread somebody coming up from NXT going to the main roster.
That's kind of gone for the most part.
You've ruined our
Bobby Roode,
NXT
Shinsuke Nakamura, Sami Zayn for a first 3 or 4 years.
Well, no, I wouldn't even say Sami. I would say people like The Ascension.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
I really like The Ascension in NXT because they were put over in a certain way. The Revival.
Yeah.
American Alpha.
Yeah.
Mainly just probably tag teams.
Yeah, because Vince hit tag team wrestling.
Yeah, but Kevin Owens had come up. I liked the way they booked Kevin.
Yeah.
But it just seemed like he didn't care about the future, and it was always looking back.
There was no plan.
But the angle at the start, you have Naomi and Liv.
Starting the match.
Liv is selling it so well.
Yeah.
She's selling it great that, Jade Cargill is coming down.
And she's going to kill me.
Yeah. I heard that music. I was out making tea or whatever, and I ran back in. Because I stayed up late to watch it.
Yeah.
After a long day of the Ultimate Sock Championship.
Yeah, that was awesome, by the way.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I didn't see it all because there was some technical difficulties, I believe, when you were supposed to start.
At the very start, there was... it was a delay. It started about an hour after it was meant to.
Yeah, and then I thought, shit, maybe they're just going to do it a different day. And then I noticed that, it's on. So when I tuned in, I only caught the last 3 matches.
Yeah. Well, go check out the full Ultimate Sock Championship on Aaron the Loco's Twitch page. You can watch it all back now.
Probably link it underneath this video.
We could do. Yeah. Now you've added more work into me.
Sorry.
Well, El Socador, just a star-making performance.
Who is El Socador?
Who is he?
Who is El Socador?
Who is El Socador?
I thought that guy was a star.
I didn't understand most of the words he said. He spoke in many different accents.
His tattoos looked vaguely familiar to me.
Supposed to be a luchador, but he didn't do anything
There was
athletic.
no lucha moves at all.
No, he kept flipping into the ring.
Yeah.
Some up-and-comers like Socrates.
Yeah, I liked Socrates as well.
He was quite good. The Wizard, I don't don't think he has any magic in them.
Dwayne the Sock Johnson, he looked very familiar to me as well. Yeah.
He had hair.
Yeah.
He wasn't like unlike The Rock.
He had hair. He looked like a young Rock.
Big Bad Dirty Nicky.
Do you know what? He wasn't greased up enough. That's why he isn't the Ultimate Sock Champion.
And the Banana Sam. It was just...
Yeah. He needed more grease.
Go check out the Ultimate Sock Championships on Aaron the Loco's Twitch stream.
Yeah.
And
super fun.
Super fun. But
more fun than the Women's Elimination Chamber.
Do you think so?
Yes.
All right. I really like the Women's Elimination Chamber.
Actually, it was my match of the night.
Really?
Yes.
Why didn't you like it? Why is it more fun than that?
I know. I was just doing a segue.
Oh, right.
Because I actually thought this was the best match on the show.
Jay Cargill comes out.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, she's going to have to live. But then you're also in your head being like, they're going to swerve you.
There's something going on.
Swerve, bro. And then she just absolutely kicks the ever-living fuck out of Naomi.
Murders Naomi.
Class.
Yeah, deadly. I really enjoyed it.
I thought, like...
Sink or swim time for Jade now.
The thing is, I've seen it so many times that when someone gets ruled out of a match, someone replaces them.
This is my iShow Speed hot take.
You were going to put iShow Speed in the women's...
No. When Tozawa got attacked in the Rumble and couldn't go in, what did they do? iShow Speed. Out you go.
Out there. Edge was the same. He ended up in an Elimination Chamber.
And then
Becky in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. This time, when she gets taken out of it, she never lost. She got taken out of it, and there was no replacement.
That's what I was going to expect. I was expecting a replacement.
Yeah. And the other thing is, like, obviously there was some, like, logical gaps in this. She's in her gear and all that. I think street gear. Yeah, street gear would have been a bit better.
Someone had said that. I seen that take online, but like in a positive way, because it was someone that was, I think, made watch wrestling, not forced to watch it, but like they were watching wrestling, and they were like, I just love the way Jade Cargill like got herself glammed up in her ring gear to just come down for 5 minutes to kick the fuck out of someone and leave. And I was like, yeah, but if you look like Jade Cargill, like now, that's what you do. You're like, you know what? If I'm going to kick someone's ass, I'm going to look
good doing it.
I'm going to kick their ass while looking good.
Yeah, and she looked fantastic.
Fucking slammed the cage door off her.
And the other logical gap for me is like her music hits and nobody tries to close the cage door for a full 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, surely, like the match was literally starting. The cage door would have been closed. But look, we can look past that.
They didn't know if they were going to do like an Undertaker. She was going to appear in the cage from behind or something.
Maybe.
I think there's some prime, like you can mess around with the mechanics of the Elimination Chamber, like putting a little trapdoor and do something like that. Yeah. So when it is locked and someone appears in it, you're like, oh, where did that happen? Or someone hides.
Yeah.
You know, like the pod opens, and as the pod opens, people are waiting to come in and kick their ass, and they're just like, trapdoor, I'm going under. You're like, fuck. Yeah. You can't get them.
Where are they gone?
Then they're going, like, wrestlers are going under a trapdoor and stuff. Yeah. I think that'd be a fun mechanic.
But yeah, and then the match kind of just happened for a little while.
Yeah, I thought this is the best I've seen Liv Morgan.
She looked great.
She was fantastic. I thought, the hair whip.
Class.
Yeah.
I did think, for me, I thought Roxy Perez was quality.
I like Bianca's facials when actually as Jade was beating up Naomi. But yeah, Roxy.
What I did think was dumb as well is, you know, Bianca was the first to come out of the pods, we'll say. And like Liv is in the ring and like she runs past Liv straight to the cage. And
Naomi's getting taken out in a stretcher.
Yeah, and she's like shouting through the cage. And I'm just like, there's a person there about to attack you. Like,
I always used to think Liv's move, the Oblivion, was a cool move, but I thought it would be quite restrictive because you have to do the setup. But I think they worked that really well into the Elimination Chamber, where she was trying to hit it out of people getting back into the ring.
Yeah, and she's gotten better as a wrestler. Like, there's absolutely no doubt about that.
No, it was the best I've ever seen her. I think she took such an ass whooping.
She took an ass. She played that heel that everyone wants to see bump around. Do you know what I mean?
Like, you know when you see something in wrestling, and maybe it's just a me thing, when you see someone take a move in wrestling, you're kind of desensitized to the actual human element of it. So as Matt Hardy and Bubba Ray Dudley are falling from the top of the ladder to crash out onto tables, you're like, oh, cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
That would fuck you up. You like that TLC match. There's so many things in that would fuck you up. But if you see a hair whip,
that's sore.
Like, oh my god.
Same with chops, like
chops are fine, but the hair whip and the mark it left on her body was a reminder that man, this shit hurts.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool.
And like, just my overarching feeling of this was Bianca is finally getting her singles push.
I thought it was a bit underwhelming.
Did you?
That she won, yeah.
Like, it feels to me that it's happening a bit quick, but I'm going to...
Like, she's obviously not going to feed into the Jade and Naomi storyline.
Well, I wonder, because, you know, spoiler alert for the Raw that happened afterwards, Io took the title off Rhea.
Rhea, yeah.
And I wonder, will they have Jade beat Io before WrestleMania and then do Jade Bianca for the title?
I don't think so, no.
Like,
well, like, it's
Triple H he's doing a topsy-turvy booking to
swerve,
this WrestleMania.
bro.
There's a lot of swerves going on. So I wonder, is that something that could happen?
Like, we are a good bit.
Like,
we're still over a month away.
Yeah, we have 5 more Raws.
5-6 weeks or something.
6 SmackDowns, 5 Raws.
So we're just kind of like, there's still a lot to go to keep warm. Io and Bianca doesn't seem like it's going to be the final match. But it would be great if it was.
I'd love that match. That'd be a deadly match.
But then what do you do with Rhea?
Don't know. You can't go back to Liv Morgan again.
I was shouting for Alexa Bliss. I really wanted Alexa to do it. I thought Alexa and Rhea, as we've previously spoken about,
yeah, they could do stuff.
Their aesthetics would fit in completely with each other.
Would blend nicely.
But I can understand now that Liv and Raquel have the tag titles, and Rhea and Alexa's association with the Wyatt Six. You have Nikki Cross there.
Yeah, you could go that direction.
I think that'd be perfect.
To be honest, I don't see a lot of these matches getting on the cards.
Like Nikki and Alexa have history as well.
Yeah, loads of history. Yeah.
So I think for a women's tag match, you've just set up your women's tag match then.
Yeah, that can work. Yeah.
I think that'd be quite cool. Bailey, who knocked her Bailey out?
Liv, wasn't it?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Actually, I have it here.
Yeah.
I have it right.
Sorry, Alan.
Liv, yeah. Liv. Then Alexa knocks out Roxy.
Yeah, so what
Liv knocks out Alexa.
What happens with Bailey now?
Bailey has no direction. She has no direction.
She's unfortunate because she had her moment last year.
And she had a pretty good year, all things.
She used to go back to hugging people.
No.
We need the wacky waving inflatable larviflating tube man.
No. I did like that though.
Hi, I'm Al Harrington from Wacky Waving Inflatable Larviflating Tube Man. Wacky Waving Inflatable Larviflating Tube Man.
Like, not everyone is going to be on WrestleMania. Like, I feel like Bailey's going to be one that misses out this year.
The Battle Royal. The former Fabulous Moolah Battle Royal.
Yeah, can't be that anymore.
Can't be that anymore. It'd be the Stephanie McMahon Battle Royal.
Probably fucking will.
No, couldn't be.
Fucking will.
Mae Young.
The Mae Young hand Battle Royal. The trophy is a hand.
But yeah, I really enjoyed the match. As I said, I think Alexa Bliss
for me is the best match on the card.
I was shouting for Alexa. I just every time she was going for the setup of the Sister Abigail or the kind of DDT, she does the Sister Abigail into the DDT.
Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Or Switchblade.
Yeah. She just took way too long.
Yeah. She's not like super smooth in the ring around.
I think she's great. I love her I don't even know how to describe
Aesthetic?
it. No, the flip that she does.
Oh, yeah.
In the corner, it looks like a moonsault, but it's like a side fucking moonsault.
Yeah.
And it's like a cartwell in the air. It's pretty cool.
I don't even know what you'd call that, actually. I'm not a gymnast.
I think she has a name for it. But a really good match.
Yeah, best match in the card.
Bianca Belair now set up to possibly go up against Io Sky. And like we were talking about this last night on the way to training. Just... Isn't it great that we're being kept guessing?
Yes.
And we're being rewarded somewhat for our investment within the product.
Yeah.
Now, albeit most of it is via YouTube and not on Netflix. But
yeah, but also, I do like some of the guessing, but I also think there's going to be about 14 matches. We know 4 of them. I think we should know about 6 or 8 by now.
No, we will though. We are still a while away.
Yeah, I know, but it's WrestleMania. I like to know in advance.
Yeah, well, we can't have it both ways. We can't get the sweet spot.
We can, if I'm looking there's 14 matches.
Wrestling is a television show, right? So, I'm not... If I know what's going to happen on the next episode of Breaking Bad, I'm going to be like, But if I get fucking...
But you want to have the direction of the season finales signaled out, like...
Yeah, but I don't want to know if this person's going to die or not. I don't want to know the end result.
You don't want to know the end result. We don't know the results till WrestleMania happens, but we want...
You want to know that Gus and Walter are going to have a face-off.
Yes.
I suppose. Yeah, but that's inevitably coming. It's just that...
Like, maybe it's the season finale.
Maybe it's going to be Jesse and Gus that has the face-off, and maybe that's going to be a better payoff than Walt.
Maybe.
Never getting his chance to get after Gus.
The only difference is this season finale, if wrestling is like a TV show, is...
No, it's not like it is a TV show.
Kind of.
It is. And now that's going to... I need to get that across because that's going to be a big point for me later on. So I need you to believe this, Morro.
It's not... Yeah, like, I don't disagree that it's a TV show. But also, like, it's different because there's no beginning and no end, really. You know what I mean? Like a TV show.
It's a never-ending TV show.
Yeah, it's more of
It's the longest episodic running weekly TV. No, it's not anymore.
It's not. And it wasn't even either. I think that was kind of a trick of words. But yeah, so it is a TV show, but also it's not because it's all year round every week.
It's fucking great TV show.
And that's why it doesn't like fit into a sport model either, because that's seasonal as well. TV shows are seasonal.
It's not its own genre. It's a TV. It's not even on TV.
Its own genre.
It's a show.
Super niche genre.
A show with 2.6 million people watching
worldwide weekly,
watching the top show.
Yeah, super niche.
Okay, so do you have any? Would you prefer to see anybody else?
No, Bianca. You know what I have. As long as I've been on this podcast, I've said Bianca is the best female wrestler that they have. I've often said she's one of the best wrestlers. Give her fucking year and a half run.
Would you love to see more pinfalls in the actual Elimination Chamber before the rest of the people come in?
Yeah. We've been saying that for years, though. Not on the podcast, but just in general. Like, yeah. Like, someone gets rolled up after... But then, like, my big issue is going back to that thing of, like, doesn't feel dangerous anymore.
Yeah. You know? Like, even when Bianca does the dive out after kicking off, like, you're just going, I've seen that dive been done so much better.
Yeah.
Like, when it hasn't been fucking 3 people standing there.
Yeah.
That's a bugbear of mine, is that when someone does a dive, you need a lot of people.
One person can catch it.
Even though, like, to be fair, I was blown away when Montez Ford did that dive when he went upside down and just dropped on everyone. That was
very cool.
But
that was a once off. Like, you know, there hasn't been nothing that cool since.
Yeah, that was a few years ago now at this stage too.
That's what I mean.
Should have pushed Montez. Push him with Bianca.
Do something.
Do something with.
I'm happy. Obviously, that was the result I wanted. I want Bianca to have that year-long run. Not even with the title, just a focused Bianca is your central character.
She wins the title. She goes to WrestleMania or SummerSlam. She loses it in 18 seconds to Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Yeah. And Becky has to have red short hair. Yeah. And big massive muscles. And dye her skin more white.
Going into then coming like legends coming back. Trish Stratus, she's back on the cards now. She's promoting that LFG Legends Future Greats. Have you watched any of that?
No.
I just watched clips. I don't like that kind of garbage reality.
Fake reality TV.
Like, I liked the first few Tough Enoughs, but I was a child.
Yeah.
I liked the other ones. What was your man's name? Zeke or ZZ? On 2015, this is when Hulk was a judge and then he was a racist.
Yeah, jeez, yeah.
There's a few guys on that. I remember trying to watch that and it was just like this.
Jerry Saggs had a racist rant there as well.
From Nasty Boys?
Yeah, about New Jack.
What did he say? Don't repeat.
I'm obviously not going to say what he said.
But what was he saying about New Jack? Because New Jack's in the new video game.
He called him the N-word several times.
Why?
For punching him or something?
When? When did he say this? Like recently, or is it something that resurfaced?
I only saw the clip today. He looked old, like, so.
Fucking nasty.
Yeah, it was nasty. But then I was like, oh, I'm so shocked that guy is a racist. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, New Jack's in the new 2K game.
Yeah, he's one of the DLC characters, isn't he?
Which I just find madness. He legit stabbed somebody in the ring.
Yeah. Look up the New Jack something incident.
Mass transit incident. No, I'm talking about he was in the ring.
Oh, sorry. The guy who... Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking
that was the other. He has multiple incidents.
Tried to kill Vic Grimes.
Yeah, Vic Grimes. That's who it was.
Threw him off top of a scaffold.
Broke his legs, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, he said he was legit trying to kill him.
Yeah. And then
he's a serious motherfucker.
WWE game, like. He's in a DLC pack, but still.
Yeah, you're going to pay for that shit.
Yeah, pay a tenner for New Jack.
There's a few names in that. Like Paul Orndorff is going to be in it.
Yeah, he's in the different pack. There's like 5 different packs in it.
Ventura.
You're going to have to buy, like, you buy the game, whatever it costs, 70 quid.
I'm not buying it this year.
I'm not buying it. But then for each DLC pack, you're going to be paying an extra 10 quid each.
Unless you buy the ultimate version.
Which is going to cost you 100 quid.
Yeah.
You know, like, if you were to buy all the buy the game and then buy the DLC packs separately, the game's going to cost you 120 quid.
This is not the video game podcast. We've had our chance to give out about this fucking bullshit.
We did.
Bullshit game.
Anyway, back to the match that happened.
So, yeah, Candice LeRae, Nia Jax, Trish Stratus, Tiffany Stratton. I'm going to be honest, it was very late and I started tuning out.
Yeah, the match happened. That's my review.
Yeah. It
was a match that happened on a wrestling show.
It was a match that I was watching going...
Why is this on this show?
Man, they have Rhea Ripley. They have AJ Styles.
They have Gunter.
They have why am I watching Nia Jax and Trish Stratus?
It was like, do you know what? It wasn't terrible.
No, but like,
do you know what this was? Do you remember back in the day? You'd be watching Raw, and you'd get to the 3rd hour of Raw, and you'd be waiting for someone that you liked to be in the main event. And they'd stick on an old match there to fill 10 minutes before the main event.
But you know the thing with it as well is that Tiffany,
Trish in Toronto.
That's what it is. It's Trish in Toronto. Tiffany Stratton getting the rub, being with a legend. Tiffany Stratton is the champion. There's a bit of history there with Nia and Candice.
Could have done it on Raw.
But there's no stakes in the match.
Who cared? Nobody cared.
Like,
crowd was ice cold.
You have someone, a dynamic performer like Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
Chelsea Green I would have taken.
Yeah.
Fucking Lyra. If you wanted to put on a women's match.
Make your title feel important.
Yeah. You could have Lyra there. And
I don't know why they just didn't do Rhea and Io.
But exactly. Why isn't Rio and Io on it? Rio is a different wrestling. Rhea
and Io.
Why isn't that on it instead? I know you want to pump
I don't care. Put your best matches on your pay-per-views.
Like we haven't had a tag match on for so long, and then we get the DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns, and then we get Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus
in a nothing match.
And to be fair, as you said, it wasn't that bad of a match. I thought Nia Jax is always improving.
They wrestled the match.
Yeah.
And then
there's no stakes.
People won. And then
you're watching the match going, I can't wait for the other matches that I know are coming up.
Yeah.
Where you could have put some, throw Sheamus in a match and go...
Let them bet the shit out of each other.
But, just be like, Sheamus, you want a shot at the Intercontinental title? You have to beat this person.
Whoever.
Beat Penta. I want to see Penta. Where the fuck's Penta?
He wasn't on the show.
He's going to get thrown into the tag ranks now because Rey Fenix.
Probably. We should be in the Intercontinental title picture for a while anyhow.
Do you think, who's the Raw tag team? Viking Raiders.
Yeah.
Viking Raiders and Lucha Bros?
Will it be on WrestleMania? I don't think it will.
No. They might do it now multi-tag.
I think they'll do a multi-tag, yeah.
Because the multi-tag with Chad Gable and Otis and stuff recently was
if you get Phoenix right now, he should be in that tag match instantly has to be a ladder match. That guy's a ladder match genius.
Yeah.
You know, even though I hate ladder matches. But if you want to show him at his peak on the first night you have him in a match, stick the man in a ladder match, let him do something.
Dominic, Usher JD's out for a while, isn't he?
Yeah.
So you could have had Judgment Day in the mix too. That would have been pretty cool. But just a match that happened.
It was a wrestling match that happened, and people
Shinsuke,
won and people lost.
You were mentioning on the Mid-Card Titles podcast last week, they're not doing nothing with Shinsuke.
And he's the US champion.
Yeah, throw Shinsuke on that fucking card.
I get it, right? Trish in Toronto, but the crowd didn't give a shit.
No.
She's there in her Toronto Maple Leafs teamed gear. Michael Cole is hammering into me head that she's wearing Toronto Maple Leafs.
She's from Toronto. Yeah, we get it.
We get it. I can see. I have eyes. I can see the maple leaf on her top.
Do you think there's a bit of revisionist history when it comes to Trish?
That she's better than what she actually was?
No, to be fair, she was the first women's Raw main event with Lita in a pretty fucking sweet match. She's had some great moments and great matches. Mickie James, WrestleMania 22. But, I suppose she was the first kind of model that became a good wrestler.
Yeah. That could actually wrestle.
Sonny never did it. Sable never did it.
Deborah never did it.
And the likes of Ivory and stuff were wrestlers first.
Yeah.
And then
Jackie was a wrestler first.
Yeah, and then attractive women next. Whereas Trish came in based on her attractiveness. She was put with Test and Albert.
Manager first.
Yeah, and then she
figured out how to wrestle.
Exactly.
And she could wrestle.
So, like,
she could still wrestle.
Kudos for that.
And look, Trish is like, in terms of WWE women's wrestling history, not actual real world women's wrestling history, but in their version of history, she is one of their greats.
Like, she retired fairly early in 06. Same year Lita did. I always think about the different send-offs both of them got, because like Lita got Crime Time, like pulling stuff out of bags, been like, oh, this, you own this and you own that, and then she just left, and it was like, fuck.
That was sad.
It was sad.
She was awesome as well.
She was like, I would have put Lita over Trish because of the Team of Stream stuff. Like, I remember she came in with Essa Rios, and like, first of all, I was like, I love fucking Essa Rios. This guy's cool.
She got him over as much as he got himself over.
Yeah, it was like Sable Mark Merrow thing.
Except package.
Except Lita could like moonsault. She was mixing it up. She was trying to fucking Hurricane Rana. You know, as a kid,
Hurricane Rana looked badass.
It was class. Like,
she was doing table spots.
Like, talk about WrestleMania 17 when she comes out and fucking whacks people with some chairs and shit,
went mental.
And takes off her top like the Hardys and throws it down. You're like, like, and then she gets gored, I think.
But she was over like Rover, though. Like, she was mega over.
And then like the stuff with fucking Edge. You know, she was just, I know she kind of became more managerial then. But, like, you know, the stuff with Edge was pretty fucking
Sarah bump card was getting up there as well at that stage.
Yeah.
She had a lot of bumps, like.
But, that tag match, it happened. Charlotte didn't appear.
Nothing happened. The match happened.
No real consequences. No. It was there to promote LFG.
And at fill time.
Sure, yeah. And then...
we waited ages.
Yeah. Now, I like watching things live.
Yeah,
like
me too. I love watching.
I like making a fucking, night of it.
Yeah.
When I used to drink, I used to love just getting shit faced watching wrestling.
Deadly.
It's class, and sometimes I forget what I just witnessed, and then have to watch it hungover the next day. So there's my hangover cure.
And not such a great time when you're hungover watching.
No, like I genuinely like the triple threat match between Drew, Gunther, and Sheamus. Had no idea Cody Rhodes lost at that WrestleMania 39. I remember that there's
impressive.
Huh?
Impressive.
Thanks. I remember the fucking Royal Rumble with Sami and Roman. I had no idea what happened like at the end of that
big melodrama.
Yeah, with Kevin Owens and Roman and then Sami, and I had to rewatch that. My missus was like, we watched this last night. I was like, I don't know what happened.
We're having a clue.
That's why I don't drink anymore. But yeah, I kind of like, this would have been like my break to go make a fucking cool drink and whatever. Yeah. But now that I have to sit there and watch what's happening, I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
It's so long. I know I'm hammering this home, and I didn't want to come on and do the same review I do for every WWE pay-per-view, but Jesus Christ, give us more matches and less video fucking packages. This was a show where, by their own standards, a lot of minutes of wrestling.
Yeah.
Comparatively.
Well, that's just because of the nature of the Elimination Chamber.
It takes time to do the matches,
Okay, so we get to a match that I've been really looking forward to. One of my favourite performers, not just now,
two of my favourite
of all time, in Kevin Owens. Yeah. Sami Zayn, someone who I've seen wrestle in fucking Kilkenny.
Crazy.
Nuts.
In front of about 60 people.
Going head to head.
In an emotionally charged...
Yeah, I think maybe the problem I used to have with stuff was that, and then ultimately be disappointed by, would be I'd build it up too much in my head so that the expectations could never be reached. So this time I lowered them. I was like, you know what? These guys are going to do what they do. Instead of me thinking of these big mad fucking spots and
like their Ring of Honor matches.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was going to be like, no, I'm just going to fucking enjoy the ride that they take me on. And yeah, I did. I really liked the match. I thought they need to do more if it's unsanctioned. It needs to look grittier. It needs to just look like... I was expecting Kevin Owens to come out in his pair of jeans.
Yes.
Like, they both look like they normally do. Like, remember when Triple H came out as Triple H at SummerSlam 02, but Shawn Michaels came out with the jeans
and the boots, deadly.
Give me the fucking jeans, man.
It's unsanctioned.
Yeah, and like Kevin Owens wears jeans sometimes, so just do it.
Yeah.
Oh, the referee's in a different referee shirt.
We were changing our lighting. Can I just get into this, actually? Because I've been biting my tongue for a while.
I hate the changing the lighting.
I fucking hated this match.
What?
Yes.
Why? You hate Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn match.
Like, two of my favorite all-time wrestlers. I thought this was the most fucking, like, crappiest version of a Kevin Owens Sami Zayn match.
If it was at the fucking Tokyo Dome, it would be great, wouldn't it? Mr. fucking New Japan.
Well, no, because
here.
they wouldn't do a fucking death match in the Tokyo Dome.
It wasn't a death match.
It's an unsanctioned fucking lights out
They're
match.
both from Canada. They went out into the Canadian crowd just to fucking show them a bit, man.
I'm going to get into this, right? This was the most unorganic fucking Kevin Owens Sami Zayn match ever. It was like, firstly, the lighting was shit. Cut that. I did loads of student theatre, and it's the type of idea that someone who's 19 come up with and think this will be cool.
Oh, look, Hell in a Cell. It's the Fiend. Let's put it all in red.
Oh, it's an unsanctioned match. Let's put a white light on and give the referee a different t-shirt. You fucking crap. Next thing, right? Sami Zayn goes under the ring, pulls out a hockey stick.
Yeah.
Why is it painted fully black? To fit the fucking aesthetic that they're trying to go for.
Yeah, just have a gritty hockey stick.
Just have a hockey stick. Just have a hockey stick. They go out into the crowd.
Take a breath, Morro.
Sorry. Like, this match drove me insane.
No, don't. Go get mad at her.
So they go out into the crowd then, right?
Yeah.
And they go over to their table with their little cans of Bud Light on it because it's a sponsor. And like they do all the things are neatly placed.
And they do the thing in the back. What are you doing there?
I don't know, I'm losing my mind. Everything is neatly placed and they do their fucking table spot.
Two table spots.
Which
I thought Sami put Kevin down very well for because they missed the cans on the second one especially.
I'm assuming they were supposed to fly everywhere. Yeah. But like it just, everything felt super like unorganic. Inorganic? Unorganic?
I don't know. This is your point.
Thing. So anyway, they go back to the ring. And like, and at this stage, I'm like, oh, right, okay. Now, are they executing it well? Yes. They are hampered by their stupid environment.
How are they hampered by the environment? If anything, the
lights are hampering them,
but they have
the setup is hampering what they're doing.
They have more freedom than you would in a conventional wrestling match.
Yes, but they can do better. They can tell a better story in a wrestling match.
Yeah, no, I get that too.
Like, and
you can use the rules to your advantage of a wrestling match. And what I didn't enjoy personally was Sami's on top for ages.
Yeah, for ages.
Kevin's on top for ages. Sami's back on top for ages. So it was no real back and forth.
It never felt like a fight.
It was no real back and forth. It felt like this person's getting heat. This person's making the comeback. This person's getting heat. Whereas like, there needs to be ebbs and flows.
Yes.
And that was further amplified by Michael Cole on commentary.
He had an all-time stinker on this match.
Like, no, Sami, no, don't do it. And I was like, okay.
Like, what they're doing, I see this all the time.
But I was like, okay. And then it was like, no, Kevin, don't do it. And I'm like,
do what?
You're just going from there. No, Sami, don't do it. No, Kevin, don't do it. And that just really amplified to me about how long this person was on top, how long this person was on top.
Oh, don't put him through a table that we see on every pay-per-view. Here's my biggest issue with this match. Is like, this was supposed to be an unsanctioned match. So dangerous that they wouldn't sanction it. Mm. And then they just did all the typical WWE stuff, right? And then I got real excited when they brought out the chair with the barbed wire. And I was like, here we go, because this needs blood now. It did need blood. Yeah. It needs Kevin Owens in a crimson mask or whatever. And he does the drop toe hold onto the thing. And I'm like, yes. And Kevin's holding his eye and he's screaming, I can't see. And I'm like, yes. Now we're turning the corner. This match is getting like, here's our... They did all their shit. And now here's the story. Kevin can't see and Sami has a choice to make. Does he take him out or what? And Kevin can come back or whatever. And then 5 minutes goes by and there's no blood. He can see again. And that whole thing had absolutely no consequence in the rest of the match. And then they wrestled for, I don't know, however many more minutes.
The Thunderbomb on the fucking chairs looked badass.
That looked sore, but that was one of them. Like, there was some deadly things in this match, but I thought like the sum of its parts as a total, as an experience and a story with those two characters, like when I say this was dog shit and I hated it, it obviously, like, they weren't dog shit, but the total of everything. Of Michael Cole screaming, don't do it, Sami, don't do it, Kevin, oh my God. And then it not marrying up with what I'm seeing. And then the opportunity to do something unbelievable with the barbed wire and Kevin's eye and then just...
I don't trust WWE when it comes to eye shit.
After Rey Mysterio, yeah, I literally thought of that. But Kevin should be on telly for the next month with an eye patch on. You know what I mean?
Well,
and then I was just like, oh my God.
I enjoyed it for what it was. I just maybe it's just I have...
another problem is NXT seem to be doing a plunder match every 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
And this didn't feel any different than them.
Yeah. It's sanitized.
It felt super... And this is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They felt sanitized. And I was just by the end of it, I just felt nothing. And it was 28 minutes long or something.
What? You know the powerbomb spot onto the apron?
Yeah, they obviously fucked up the timing on the first one. But they did.
No, the second one. He went to do it again. And
didn't he have to do it again because he didn't get him up on the first one?
Did he not do one and then went to do it again?
And Sami started punching him because I think they realised that the first one didn't have impact.
No. Yeah, the first one, he went to do it again and he messed up that one and then Sami started punching him and then he did it again.
Yeah, sorry.
But I remember he showed up in NXT and
Sami won the title. The very first time he did
it once but ripped Sami off for a while.
Yeah.
But they started, it was like, we'll get into it in a minute, but it was like the punt kick for Randy Orton. It became this devastating move, and then it just became part of a repertoire for a while.
Yes.
So the powerbomb in the apron spot became a thing for a while. And you're like, oh, I'm going to find it hard maybe to go back. I probably won't find it hard because you look at pile drivers when WWE do them and pile drivers when AEW do them, and you can still make that distinction. But I remember how I felt. And that's
the
really
NXT one.
But that's really good storytelling as well because it's a callback.
Yeah.
And people fucking love callbacks and people love being invested.
I love a callback. But the callback doesn't work when he's done it 400 times in between.
It kind of did for me though. I was kind of like, yeah, that's a Sami and Kevin thing.
Yeah.
Because it was on NXT. I had a conversation with someone yesterday. It was more of an argument about John Cena, and he was born in 2002.
This other guy was.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But a
child of the new millennium.
But he was talking about when someone was on TV and they mentioned Ring of Honor on WWE TV, Ring of Honor and the pipe bomb promo.
Yeah.
And
this guy was 10.
He was 9. Talking about. He was like, I didn't know when he went hi Colt Cabana. He's like, I didn't know who Colt Cabana was. I didn't know what Ring of Honor or New Japan was. And I was like, fuck yeah, seeing it from a 10-year-old size.
Oh, totally different.
They don't know what that is.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of people watching this show who don't know what we're talking about with the NXT thing.
Yeah. So even at the age of 35, I have all that history to call back on.
Yeah.
But someone watching, so a 15-year-old is not going to remember what happened 10 years ago on NXT.
No fucking clue.
And that's probably a good thing. But that made me appreciate more that I was there. I knew what that was.
Yeah.
I knew what that spot was.
I knew as well, but it just didn't hit for me because it's been sanitized in the intervening years.
It hit for me. I was like, cool.
I don't want to bring up AEW on this review, but we did the review of the. I'll pick one we didn't review. When that match, Hangman beat Mox in the street fight, and he hung him over the ropes with the thing. And
I don't remember that. That was ages ago. Wasn't it?
Oh, it was a good while ago.
Oh, yeah.
And but they'd never done that spot before.
Brody King and Darby. They did it.
No. He did it with his arm.
Oh, right.
Hangman did it to Mox with...
he did a bulldog choke with his arm.
No, Hangman hung Mox over the thing with a chain.
Yeah, that's what Darby did to Brody.
Oh, sorry, Darby did it to Brody. Yeah, no, but the first one was Hangman and Mox.
Right. That's how Darby got Brody in a coffin.
Yeah. That was way later. So the first one, Hangman and Mox, and I was like, his name is Hangman. He hung him over the ropes with a thing. And it was a totally unique finish to a match like that in their company. And it felt dangerous and different at the time. No, whatever they do afterwards, they fucked up a lot of things by making him not feel special.
Yeah.
But that felt special at that time. Whereas I felt like the Kevin and Sami match needed like a viscerally different visual to end that match. And it just wasn't there.
I like
everything they do in WWE.
I like the callback. I didn't like the way sometimes they'd go for pinfalls in the match. And you're like, why are you going for a pinfall?
Yeah, you want to kill this guy.
Yeah.
I was just so disappointed by the lack of blood.
Well, like, you know why that was? Because blood was coming later.
Yeah.
So, like,
it doesn't matter though. You can bleed twice in a show. I don't care. I don't care.
Like, no, but I get what they were trying to do with it. It would have been well served for Kevin and Sami.
Even if there's blood coming later, then you don't do that type of match on that show.
Do it for Raw.
Fucking do it whenever. It's Netflix anyway. It's on the same thing. But you know what I mean? Like, if you know that you want blood in the main event, then you book a different style match.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I was just really disappointed with it. That's the fucking thing. Like,
the angle afterwards.
Very good.
Yeah, there was a moment when I thought Randy was going to start beating Sami.
Well, they couldn't do that after they did the swerve with
the pile driver.
No, Jade earlier.
They probably could
because it would have been the exact same angle. Yeah.
But they did something twice in the Elimination Chamber.
Of course they did.
They did, and in the men's Elimination Chamber, they did an attack after you got eliminated twice.
Yeah.
But no, I thought Randy was going to turn on Sami, because feeding into the Kevin was right narrative.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty cool.
What I found
Kevin's there crying in the ring, just like, fuck it, let's fight.
Yeah. What I found a bit disconcerting as well was the punt kick. I liked that they didn't do it and everyone jumped in. I thought that was exceptionally well done. And then I loved just seeing Randy Orton RKO like 10 nerds in a row.
Yeah, one of those nerds are on OTT Contenders apparently.
Oh yeah, class. I'm not calling them nerds as people, but their character is a nerd on the show.
Said it now.
So Randy RKO's 10 nerds, hilarious. But Kevin has just gone through a half an hour supposed life changing match there. Don't do it. And then the punt kick is worse than anything.
Well, the punt kick is banned, just like the pile driver. So it's going to be punt v pile. Yeah. Pile v punt.
No, I totally get the setup.
And Kevin Owens is going to get kicked in the head. That's
it's WrestleMania. Kevin Owens getting kicked in the head.
Yeah,
and that's the way the storyline should end. I don't know.
I'll put him in that Gunter J feud.
I'd love it.
Actually, I have another theory about that. Well, not even a theory, just fantasy booking. But that's all after everything that happens, right? So we get to EC.
Overall, they fucked up the match.
I liked it. We get to the what do you think?
Yeah, what do you think?
Let us know in the comments.
Right. Because
are you team Morro or team Shaz?
Now I know I'm in the minority on this because I went on Cage Match.
My minority.
I went on Cage Match and this thing has an 8.99 rating. I was like, that's the worst 9 rated match I've ever fucking seen.
8.99. So it's not 9.
Okay, technically.
It's the Ultimate Sock Championship. That's on Cage Match. Go rate that.
I'll be doing it later on.
You fucking better.
I will.
You better.
And it's getting a 9 because it was better than the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens match.
Put over El Socador.
El Socador is getting put over to the max.
Elimination Chamber then. They're talking about this being one of the most star-studded Elimination Chambers. And when I was thinking about that, I was like, okay.
It's pretty star-studded.
John Cena, of course. CM Punk, 100%. Drew McIntyre, massive star now. Rollins, the new generation star. Damian Priest doesn't fit that mold for me. Logan Paul, the outside star.
Yeah.
Even though I don't get,
and I don't get it, but whatever,
I get that. But Damian Priest, I feel, has fallen a bit
massively
since his loss to Gunther. His loss to Gunther initially, I think, served him really well.
But he's just lacking a bit of fire.
There's something, yeah.
He's not like I don't know. He's just lacking something. He just doesn't like. It's weird for a guy who got pushed at the world title level last year. Does not feel like that now.
No.
And I actually think his reign, probably in hindsight, actively hurt the prestige of that title.
Yeah?
Yeah, because... And also the booking of it doesn't help, but it was never positioned as it's been on the level of Cody's title.
I 100% knew that Rollins and McIntyre were going to start the match. because they're the workers there.
Yeah. You look at those 6, it has to be those 2. Because you're going a half an hour. You can't trust Cena and Punk.
Yeah,
like to not get injured or something. You know what I mean?
Like, no, right. I want to preempt this now. So the Elimination Chamber is the promo is playing, and the last words said on the Elimination Chamber is John Cena saying "best for business." Now I associate "best for business" with the dog shit authority angle. I hate it.
Everyone hated it.
Right? I hate that term "best for business," and I am not.
It doesn't mean anything.
Blowing my own trumpet,
but you knew.
I didn't know, but there was a moment where I was like, "That's like, yeah." I was like, he's inserting himself into the match, and he's saying what's best for business. Now, I didn't connect it really with the Cody thing. I knew that was still to come, but I was like, it's kind of like they're planting a Healy thing here. But I never thought, because I've been burned so many times. I never thought that was coming. Yeah. John Cena turning fucking heel was never on my cards. Yeah. I was like, that motherfucker, I hate him. And
what are you not allowed to say? Don't forget his 3 things we're not allowed to say.
He ruined my childhood.
Yeah. No, that's it.
He never put anyone over, and I hate him. Is it? Is that what it is? It's the greatest heel turn of all time. He ruined my childhood, and he never put anyone over.
Yeah,
that's what I'm not allowed to say. Yeah. Even though I never said he never put anyone over, I just said he held down a lot of people.
He did hold down a lot of people.
But they attribute that. But he put this person over. But he
also held down other people. No, sometimes and then he was right.
They used my Hulk Hogan argument against me. I was like, well, would have Hulk Hogan been as special had he had lost to all these people? You know, Hulk Hogan getting beat by Goldberg, which I have previously said, would that have been as special
had he had lost to 10 people before that,
or had whatever happened with Sting not happened?
But also, my counter argument to that would be,
shut the fuck up, Dunphy.
There was a time where The Rock got pinned by fucking everyone for 12 months straight, and he was still The Rock.
Yeah, like I see it a lot with internet wrestling fans. It's like, oh, they buried him. He lost the match. No. That's what a sports game is.
You lose,
but then you see it in like Premier League football.
I guarantee
Manchester United in a crisis. That bad example. United are shit. Liverpool lose a game, or Arsenal lose a game. And it's a crisis. You're like, no, they lost the fucking game.
It's a sport. People
Relax.
lose. And like, we're going to have it. I'm already dreading the fallout from Revolution next week, because some big names are going to lose, and people are going to be saying,
they're buried. And like, no, you can legitimately
lose.
But you can make someone hot
by losing.
No, but they lose. You can have someone on a fucking losing streak for a year.
Yeah.
And they get a 3-month solid angle. You're going to have people behind you.
Yeah.
Look at Kofi Mania.
Yeah.
Like
that man had lost every singles match for about 15 years before.
And then boom, he's the world champion.
Yeah.
Because he had a solid angle.
Simple.
Like maybe Jay, maybe he's going to pull it out of the bag over the next few weeks and he's going to get rally like me and you behind him. I don't think so, but maybe that's also to do with the fact that we're marks, so we're like, Gunter's a class wrestler.
We love Gunter.
We do.
But it's not even like, I do think that the way it's booked, Jay should beat Gunter.
No,
I don't want him to.
No,
but he should in story world.
It should be chopped super kick. Chopped super kick. You go, yeah, or yeet. No, yeet, no, and then
yeet 9,
and then fucking Gunter just chops him on the bridge of his nose
and kills him.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Done.
Dead.
Then Jimmy comes out, and then Gunter chops Jimmy,
and then they're both written off for 10 years.
And then Solo comes out, and then Gunter chops Solo. And
I actually have a take on this.
Gunter just kicks the fuck out of everyone in the bloodline, including Sami. Yeah. Again,
well, no,
retribution.
I have a take on the bloodline.
You know, when you were talking about Gunter being like Satan of WWE.
Me and John were arguing that.
Yeah, and you were like, oh, when he's done being the General, and I was like, why didn't you just call him the Deveral?
The Deveral.
The Ring Deveral. Das Deveral. But anyway,
he should do a big boot as his finish and call it Das Boot.
Anyway, I fell asleep during this match.
Yeah, it was boring.
No,
it was happening.
Literally at the start, Rollins, Drew McIntyre is in the rings. Logan Paul's writing shit on the plexiglass.
Yeah.
John Cena's looking like an old fart in the corner, in tremendous shape, I have to say.
He's in great shape, but he looks mega old.
I fell asleep.
Like, it's almost comical that he's wearing that gear because of how old he looks now.
And the socks make it worse somehow.
You look like a 70-year-old American tourist walking up High Street.
I was like, didn't Cena used to wear ankle socks? Why is he suddenly wearing like high-rise socks?
He's in his American tourist era. Yeah.
But so I just want to... I knew when I went back and watched this, because I woke up as Cody said, about 30 seconds before Cody said those famous words.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah. So I fell asleep for the whole chamber and then woke up when 30 seconds before Cody said those words. But I watched this match, not even 100% knowing the result. I just presumed because I caught the end of, you know what I mean? No, I didn't know the result. Sure, they would have said it. So I watched this match knowing who was the winner.
Yeah, which
I fucking hate doing. No, but I had to.
It just happens sometimes.
I wanted to go back and watch it. I wanted to see how it'll work out. The spot where Drew throws Seth over, like it starts off with like a scoop slam to the outside. I was like, that looked.
It's just a cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, it's like
with what they're saying on the screen about being the most dangerous match.
It looked softer.
What we see in the ring.
Softer than the ring.
Yeah, it does actually.
Yeah.
It looks like a nice soft mat. Because there's another thing later in this match, and we're not there yet. But I want to highlight a certain thing that like goes against everything they're saying about the dangers of the match.
Okay. Priest is out next.
Yeah.
Logan Paul comes out. I thought it was very clever the way they got Drew out before Punk was scheduled to be in.
Yeah, because just smart.
You couldn't have them both interacting again after everything. A lot of people had Drew down as the favourite to win. I don't know if you've seen that.
What?
Yeah, there was reports coming out that Drew McIntyre was going to win the thing.
Who the fuck thought that?
I genuinely, probably about Dave.
I genuinely think you're an idiot if you thought Drew was winning that match.
I didn't think he was going to win it. I just
I'd like in my mind in advance it could only be Cena or Punk.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no other way. Damian Priest takes out fucking Drew. Yeah. Drew after hitting the Claymore on Cena, because Drew was the only one to call out Cena beforehand. Mm-hmm. So Drew wanted to hit the Claymore on Cena and he gets punished for it by Damian. So Damian's after knocking him out of the Royal Rumble and of
Elimination Chamber. Well, look, we knew the direction they were going.
Yeah.
I don't think Drew is overly pleased with his WrestleMania opponent. But anyway.
Yeah.
That's non-kayfabe.
Drew is out next.
Yeah.
Or Drew,
Damian's out next. Yeah.
Damian's out next. He didn't do anything truly overly memorable in there. Logan Paul tried to do some stuff. Did some stuff.
Yeah.
And CM Punk is the
nice
final
little callback
to Hangman.
Yeah. So, because
he goes for the because Logan Paul has stole Hangman Page's entire moveset.
I don't know if Logan Paul has stole it or whoever's training him. Yeah. So it's very clear he does like 4 of his moves. He goes for the buckshot lariat, and Punk just recreated his spot that he did with Hangman.
Into the neck breaker thing, into the DDT, into the GTS,
and from Double or Nothing 2002. Redo the spot. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Because, he's been doing that. Because he did what, the Mox spot that he did with Mox. He did that with Seth again. So, Punk's just smart dude. Like,
what did you think? I seen the 2 instances of Punk and Joe meeting in the ring for the first time in like 10 years.
Yeah, and Punk and Cena.
And the differences.
Yeah.
Like even how healthier Punk looks now.
Yeah, well, that man was in his own mind drastically. But I kind of think he's back in his own mind a bit at the minute.
Why?
That interview he did there with Daily Mail about, I don't really care about the main event WrestleMania anymore. Yeah, you do. You do.
I don't know. I just looking at him and Samoa Joe, even the way it was produced or whatever in comparison, I thought it was a cool camera angle and way they caught not the Samoa Joe CM Punk, the Cena and CM Punk.
It was brilliant, yeah.
The way they caught Cena going, I missed you, and
so did I.
Yeah, I missed you too. And then they just started. They hugged, and then I didn't. Now I was like, "You're a hypocrite. If you say you like this hug, you give out that Jordan Grace and Naomi hugged in the Royal Rumble."
Yeah.
But I was like, no, CM Punk and John Cena is more deserved. And then they just start punching the heads off each other.
Well, like as we said in the Royal Rumble review, Jordan Grace and Naomi worked together for about 2 months in TNA.
A bit more than that, but yeah.
CM Punk and John Cena have a storied rivalry.
Yeah.
Like a storied rivalry.
Yeah, it was cool.
Actually, probably one of WWE's greatest ever rivalries.
They just start punching heads off each other anyway.
Yeah. And you know what I loved about watching the 2 of them wrestle?
What?
The 2, this isn't a criticism. The 2 of them are kind of sloppy wrestlers.
Yeah.
So when they're wrestling each other, it's sloppy. But
it looks like a fight, like.
Yes. And it's like,
but that's why
you don't need to be perfect.
That's why
to be a fucking great pro wrestler.
Like I was looking at, when CM Punk was building up for his Royal Rumble return, or before, like his first Royal Rumble,
the one he got injured in,
and he was doing back rolls in an NXT ring with NXT guys, and you see fucking Trick Williams doing back rolls.
Yeah,
man, he
barely getting over.
Oh man, it was so ass. He was like rolling over in. But I was like, if he can't do it,
it's not like,
and I'm not great.
It's not.
I'm gonna be in WrestleMania.
Like if you, because one thing Punk and Cena obviously both get is they just get fucking character and wrestling, and like they can do enough.
CM Punk with his nuance and performances, and John Cena just being a fucking nerd. John Cena knows how to be a fucking nerd.
He gets it, like, you know. He knows how to, like, them guys can control a crowd.
Didn't get that how to pull over the Nexus.
Hulk Hogan didn't.
That wasn't like, I've got to take a DDT on concrete and then I'm going to come back.
Savage or whatever.
I'm going to take a DDT on concrete and then come back in and beat Justin Gabriel and Wade Barrett. Yeah, nice one. That makes sense to the story.
But yeah, I had tremendous joy watching two of them wrestle, but we skipped the part that really, really tipped me over the edge.
What tipped you over the edge?
So, before I get to that, I want to do something more lighthearted first. I knew Punk wasn't winning when he got to kick out of everybody's special move. That was his Punk. He's such a political mastermind.
I was looking at it. I remember that happening. I was like, fuck, like they're making Rollins look a bit weak here. Well, like, I also didn't mind it.
Here's what happened. Punk kicked out of everyone's special move. Rollins, everyone. Punk took everyone's shit and kicked out because he was getting his consolation prize because they weren't putting him over in the match, right? And he's such a political mastermind that he still came out looking good. Rollins takes one attitude adjustment.
He took two. He took one when Cena came into
earlier,
the ring.
But only one pinned him.
Yeah.
One for the pin, like. And also, right, here's the other thing.
Logan Paul got knocked out too. So.
Yeah, sorry, Logan Paul, who cares? Then the match that you're never the same again after. Your life is changed forever. Punk takes one attitude adjustment, or not Punk. Rollins takes one attitude adjustment, pinned, goes outside the ring, or attacks Punk, goes outside the ring. Like, he was fine 10 seconds later. The guy who got knocked out of this match is fine. He's standing outside shouting in.
Everyone can't lose a limb.
I know, but like literally every single person walked out grand.
Yeah.
Every single one of them in this
Logan
match.
Paul did. Logan Paul did a dive off the plexiglass.
Yeah, but like everyone walked out fine. Like,
we don't know the repercussions.
Yes, we do. I saw them with my own eyes because Rollins did moves after he got bet and then went outside and shouted in for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like danger.
There was a bit of a healing moment where Punk and Cena met again in the ring, went face to face. It was after Rollins got knocked out. And then Punk just punched him.
Yeah. But see, that's the beauty. Like, that's why Punk is so good.
He's a bit of a dick, like.
Yeah, and like, it's part of his babyface character. He's a bit of a dick.
Did you like the finish?
Yeah.
I felt sorry for Rollins a bit. And Punk.
Yeah.
But I find it...
Well, like, to me...
Like, they repeat this. So Drew Drew beats up Damien...
Yeah.
After he gets knocked out. And then Rollins does the same to
Punk.
Yeah.
But like, you know, the thing there as well is like Punk's wrestling Rollins at WrestleMania. It's like, who cares?
Well, look, we don't know. I have a bit of a fantasy book that I want to get into. But right, so if I had watched that in real time, I would have been snapping. But because I knew what was coming, it dulled the set. And people were like, "Oh, John Cena was being a bit heely when he did the." I don't think he was. He was just he got him in the STFU or whatever the fuck it's called, and I know he's like, "I'm sorry," and Rollins was like, "Die." But I thought whatever. I would have been pissed if what happened hadn't happened. So what happens is Cody Rhodes comes out. Wrestling is more than one bad for me. Well, comes out. They're dicking around in the ring. Then you have
lots of dicking around there.
Then you have If You Smell, Travis Scott, the Dennis Rodman of all this.
What the fuck is Travis Scott doing there?
I liked it. I was like, because there's a moment I was like, I don't know who Travis Scott is.
Yeah,
like,
I know who he is.
He's a rapper.
Yeah,
but like I don't know what.
Like very popular.
He does be smoking weed on TV. I'm like, yeah, cool, do you, man?
Looks like he couldn't get his joint lit there for ages.
His sage.
Yes. Sorry, I should say.
The Rock comes out. He does his whole fucking goosebumps shit.
The Rock feels so tired to me.
Or fucking, I love Cena going to your man Stu. Let's do this, Stu. And he was like, one last time, Stu, when he came out. Anyway, so Rock wants to buy Cody's soul.
Don't know what that means, but it sounds ominous.
Yeah, it does. He has the belt with the day the Dream died, as in the day Dusty Rhodes died. I remember seeing a video package where he was like, look at all the people I've helped. Roman Reigns, he was in the Fast and Furious. Yeah. Becky Lynch was in the Young Rock as Cyndi Lauper. He was like, you get to be a superstar if you join with me. So I get that.
Cyndi Lauper in the Young Rock show that tanked and
got 3 seasons.
Did they get 3 too?
I think so, 3 or 2, yeah.
Maybe 3.
Anyway.
But they moved their time slot to a shit time slot for the last season.
You missed the ratings over here. Like.
Sorry.
Just appreciate art, man.
That's not art.
Not many people see our art. The ratings on this ain't amazing.
You put my face on the screen, we get ratings. No, we do business.
Nah, it's like a fucking...
We do business. I'm the Hulk Hogan of the podcast.
You're the bearded lady of the podcast.
I'm not putting anyone over, ever.
You're the bearded lady of the podcast.
It's gone to my head. I'm never putting anyone over.
They're like, oh, what's this person going to say? What does the bearded lady look like?
Sometimes you have to play the idiot.
I know. I do that on the radio all the time.
There you go.
People are like, oh, you're actually kind of articulate. What? But, so... Yeah, he says whatever he says to Cody, no one gives a fuck. And then this when I wake up, when Cody started talking, I was like, oh, Cody and the Rock's in the ring. Because before when I was looking at the chamber, I was like,
trying to keep your eyes on.
Yeah, but I was like, close them for a second, and then that'll
make the match better.
No, but so I witnessed this live.
Can I just say before we move on to this, it was kind of a dull match.
No, I liked it.
It was kind of a dull.
I liked it, but I didn't know if I liked it because it was fresh watching it.
Maybe.
So I was like, oh, cool.
I was just like, get on with it, lads.
Or I didn't know if I liked it because I knew what happened afterwards.
Maybe.
Anyway. So yeah, fucking Rock, or Cody goes, hey, Rock, go fuck yourself.
Loved it.
And that...
Stole Christian's line, but I loved it.
Go fuck yourself is Christian's line.
First one to say it on a wrestling show.
It's Keen Toomey's line.
Yeah, first one to say it on a wrestling show.
Fucking, that just said the fucking bolt of lightning to me.
It was brilliant.
I was like, oh, I'm awake now. He just told The Rock to go fuck himself.
And Cena's in the background celebrating like it's a baseball game.
Yeah, Travis Scott's just looking stoned off his ass in the background.
Didn't even react.
Look cool as fuck, man. I thought, I was like, yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
And then Cena comes in. Boom. You know, fucking high fives.
Hug.
And then his face drops. And The Rock slits his throat. And then, boom.
Nut shot.
The fucking moment I've been waiting for in wrestling for 2 years, man. John fucking Cena as the biggest heel in the industry.
Second biggest after his manager, The Rock.
No, John Cena is a bigger heel.
He's more hated.
Yeah, not even more hate. It's just because he's a functioning wrestler.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So he's the top heel. Yeah.
I have waited so long for this to happen. I was part of the Cena sucks fucking fan club.
He's The Rock to The Rock's Vince McMahon back in the corporation days.
I've been told not to tell how much I hated John Cena and how much he ruined my wrestling childhood. But
not just your wrestling childhood, your whole childhood.
But then that made me go, maybe I have to thank Cena, because Cena put me onto all the great independent wrestling happening. True. Because I didn't want to watch his dog shit. Yeah. So I was like, maybe he's the savior of wrestling. Maybe he was the savior of my
that's
childhood.
Why I still like wrestling.
Yeah, because I liked John Cena as gangster John Cena. When
Dr. Togonomics was brilliant.
Backlot brawls with Eddie Guerrero, getting stabbed by Jesus because of Carlito, which was meant to be New Jack apparently.
Yeah, it was actually.
But then he retires Chris Jericho and he goes up against Kurt Angle, and I never like him ever since. Even though he does sometimes have good matches. But fuck me, man. Matches. And he didn't just kick him in the nuts. He pulled out a Rolex, proving that his time is now.
And also, wasn't that the Rolex that
The Rock
gave
Cody gave The Rock? Yeah. I don't know. Apparently so. Fucking hits him with the belt.
Yeah.
Chokes him. Does the Daniel Bryan with the tie.
Yeah.
Fucking Travis Scott just fucking collapses Cody's eardrum. Fucking slaps.
Somebody should have taught him how to throw a worked punch
The Rock
before the show.
fucking... I'd say Cody was just like, no, just fucking hit me. I don't want to look bad. Fucking Cena's like holding him down and like pushing his head down. The Rock whips the shit out of Cody. Oh man, I get goosebumps. I fucking... Look at that shit now. Look, I actually have the goose pimples. Look.
Yes, because fucking freezing in here.
Yeah, no, that too. But like just thinking about it.
It was an absolutely great angle.
Oh man,
like a great angle.
Fucking amazing.
Like that's what I meant at the start. Like I've sat here and said basically every match was dog shit. But am I happy I watched the pay-per-view live? Yes.
That was one of like the best wrestling moments of the past 2 decades, I think.
Of a long time. It's not the best, but one of the best.
That's why I said that was one of the best. That's literally what I said, Morro.
Yeah.
Fuck. You turn heel on me, bro?
No, I'm the draw. I don't need to turn heel. I'm the draw.
Fucking great.
It was fucking fantastic.
And it makes so much sense.
Yes.
Like, it feeds into... Remember, I had previously said...
Don't try and tell me this was the plan for ages, because it fucking wasn't.
Morro,
The Rock came back.
What if it was...
Stuck his big baldy head into
What
things,
if it was...
And they had to pivot.
The plan all along.
Apparently... The Rock wanted Cody to turn heel. Cody said no.
Your little boy Davey Meltz deleted that tweet.
Deleted it, huh?
This is the plan.
That's why I think it gives it more credence.
No, but like when Cena was going, I'm going to insert myself into the match. That's what's best for business.
Yeah.
I was like, man, they probably fucking foretold this shit ages ago.
I'd say it was a plan for a few weeks.
It makes sense when like The Rock just appears at fucking Bad Blood for no reason. And
no, that The Rock appearing at Bad Blood had nothing to do with this.
It was Rock was in town.
Yeah.
What if it was?
It wasn't.
The plan all along, Morro.
Now, there's a few things here, right? That I'm going to go through a few things that I think are great. Firstly, because we were going to do Cena. I said it when we did our WrestleMania.
I didn't want it to happen, though.
I said Cena, Cody.
Now I do.
From the start. I said it from the start. I said it's going to be Cena, Cody.
I said I wanted John Cena to lose every single opportunity.
And we both thought that was a better story.
Yeah.
But I sat here and said they're not going to pass up the opportunity to do Cena, Cody WrestleMania main event.
But like face v face, I had no interest.
Yes, I had no interest either. So what this is great because now you get Cody Cena main event. You get to do it. It seems like the best idea now because of what they've done, and you get to do it a proper WrestleMania main event, face versus heel. You also, because Cena's leaving, Cody's their top star.
What if he never leaves? What if he doesn't leave? What if he was just like, this is a ruse?
He's going to be in bits in 6 months.
No, he's not.
He is.
He's going to have a little pile of Goonies doing all his bumping for him. And he's going to be cheating.
Constantly get stem cell treatment.
He's going to shave his head.
So what I was thinking, right? This is great. You get the Cody Cena main event, which is best for business. You get it gets to be face heel, which is just better. It's just better to watch. And also, it doesn't damage Cody. If they had done Cody versus Cena face versus face, they would have both gone in and come out as faces, right?
Yeah.
But Cody would have had to have worked a little bit heel in it. And it could damage his perception slightly long run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That can happen. No, it mightn't have happened, but it was a danger it could happen. And they might have to turn Cody heel later.
I think it might be in more danger of Cody being a bit like we're going to have I'm
going to get to this.
We're going to have a John Cena Triple H WrestleMania 22 moment where everyone's going to cheer the heel.
Yeah.
Not because, well, no, that's different because everyone just rejected John Cena, not supported Triple H.
People don't reject Cody.
People will, but people will want to support heel John Cena, like the fucking guys like me. I don't. I think Cody
should win.
I think I have said a few times that I think Cody is probably the greatest babyface of all time.
Of his generation.
But do you understand why I say of all time?
I know why you say it.
Because in the 80s, it's easy to be a babyface.
Yeah.
Those values were there.
Babyfaces had gone through a debt.
And
I think that's partially WWE's not knowing how to book them.
Yeah, but in the 90s, everyone was like, became a tweener and stuff.
Yeah. And then everyone tried to be like Austin after that with the anti-hero.
But like, the industry had changed.
The industry forgot how to make
And Cody is the one that is now he's your traditional babyface, and he got over as the traditional babyface. Yeah. Whereas
even wearing a suit
with the marks,
like everyone loves Cody.
There was no. Well, Alan doesn't.
I'm not a big Cody fan. But I do recognise he's tremendous.
And you talk about like sloppiness, making it look real.
There's another guy.
Fucking Cody. He's great.
The fucking mold.
Do you remember the time he dived out onto Chris Jericho and just landed on his face? I see that scar all the time on TV. Yeah, I was like, he fucked his face up.
There, like.
Yeah.
And so I think there are things that are super strong about this. I don't have any worries about Cody being rejected as the face. Now, people were online calling it the greatest heel turn of all time. It wasn't.
What was?
Hogan.
Why? Because Hogan was being rejected beforehand. So it like the tide was turning anyway.
Tide was turning.
See, John Cena could have done a John Cena nostalgia greatest hits tour for the next 10 months.
Yep.
Win the title, lose it a month later. Whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. But he didn't do that. He decided to go outside the box. Now, I'm not saying Hogan didn't, but Hogan's value was fucking hugely diminishing.
It was.
Whereas if you look at John Cena, he could have gotten 10 months of this is the last time I'm in your town. Yeah. Isn't this amazing? This is my t-shirt.
I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to come back to that.
He could have made big business and he's going to make less business now.
Yes.
I still think he was more pissed off. I don't even know if he's fully healed. I still think he's a bit more pissed off that Cody cursed on WWE. So he's not actually a heel. He was just like,
couldn't believe this happened.
How dare you? Yeah. I remember when Suffering Succotash was the worst we would go.
Yeah. I think Hogan one was better. Look, it's a different era, right?
Plus, we have hindsight for Hogan, so we know the impact it had on the industry. Yeah. We don't know what impact this is going to have.
No, and also, but here's the main reason for me, just in the moment, is the visual of everyone's a smart mark now. So when Cena turned,
kids, man.
I know, but when Cena turned, the reaction on my television screen was people cheering. When Hogan turned, the ring got littered with.
Different times though, man.
I know, but that's why, like, it's not Cena's fault that it's not the greatest heel turn of all time.
I don't know if people were necessary. Yeah, it's probably, you know what I mean? It was such a shock. I was cheering, I was like, this is class, even though I love Cody.
And I just think the visual of people throwing apples and drinks and everything at Hogan.
Do you know why though?
And Hogan getting death threats.
Do you know why though? People like me would cheer. People who wouldn't be necessarily a massive John Cena fan or whatever. It's because this is when I wanted to talk about the TV show. So the reason why I cheered and was stoked for it was because for all my life, I've watched wrestling.
Yeah.
Okay. And predominantly, I've watched a TV show produced by WWE.
Yeah.
Now, nearly half
of that time
was
John Cena
on top.
Yeah.
It was the same character, just always coming out on top.
Yeah.
Now, you think about a TV show you've watched since you were 2. There's probably not many of them, if any. No. Just wrestling. Right? Yeah. So you're following this along and you have such a love and passion for it. So when you are like, this character and this character and this character, and you're trying to make sense of it all, you still have this top character that never changes, that has absolutely no nuance to him. It's always hustle, loyalty, respect. Oh, we got Osama bin Laden. This kind of guy. Mr. Americana.
Making the announcement on behalf of
because he's Mr. Americana, and it's there's no nuance to him. Yeah. He's not so he doesn't show that he's a bastard sometimes. Cody can show that some heel.
That's what makes Cody so great.
Heel values. So when that happened, I was like, oh my God, I've just been paid off. For all these years, all them years of frustration, of wanting something.
I'm going to ask you a question, Shan.
And it's not so far out of the loop because you're like, it needed to happen, I'm
going to ask you a question.
It wasn't like fucking Daenerys at the end of fucking Game of Thrones. That was this makes sense. Yeah. He couldn't get the job done. He can't beat all these people. It's kind of
weird though, he got the job done.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say as well.
He did get the job done.
And that's why I don't know why CM Punk has such a fucking problem with it, because he just got bet.
You didn't get screwed.
Yeah, Punk. It wasn't you.
Yeah.
Anyway, you had a question.
Here's a question.
Yeah. Was it the plan all along?
No.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. Anyway, my actual question. Will Cena be a heel come SummerSlam?
Yes.
I don't think he will.
I think that's when he'll turn.
Turn back to face.
Turn back, yeah.
I think it'll... I kind of picked SummerSlam because he's definitely going back face. He's not finishing this run as a heel.
He might though.
He won't.
Batista did.
He won't.
Blue Batista.
Cena. There's too much money on the table. It's best for business that he finished as a face. I wouldn't be surprised if it was almost instantaneously after Mania that he goes back.
Or even beforehand?
No, he won't go back face before Mania.
Do you think? Yeah. Do you think we're getting full heel Cena though? I think so. Like
I think we are for now.
When he talks about when he talked to Chris Van Vliet about it,
that was a very interesting interview.
Yeah, and that was a year or so ago.
Yeah, no, I do think he'll lean into it.
Can I give you my fantasy book?
But I'll finish this point. They're going to change Cena back, and
Fruity Pebbles, like
he's going back to hustle, loyalty, respect.
Like if he's going to be taught a lesson.
And I don't know what's going to happen at WrestleMania, but whatever happens, he's going back to the John Cena we all know and don't know.
He's going to flip on his opinion of Cody Rhodes in the business just as hard as he flipped on Hong Kong is its own country.
I love that.
He's just going to go back. He's going to go back on what he did.
Morals.
Yeah, and just be like, oh shit, I need to sell Bumblebee in China.
Yeah.
So Hong Kong's our country.
Who said that?
I speak Mandarin now.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if WrestleMania Night 2 ended with Cena and Cody together beating down The Rock and The Rock having to flee.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
So
no, but can I give you my fantasy book then?
Yes.
Okay, right. So, my fantasy book.
Go on.
And I'm not saying this is 100% a possibility. It is. I like the way you've given me all the attention.
Am I on camera?
I hope so. You are the draw.
I am the draw.
We need you on camera.
Phone calls, I'm very popular.
Yeah, you are very popular. I have to meet my missus now very soon, so we can end this very soon.
Where are you meeting your missus?
Dunstores.
Nice.
Yeah, she's picking up stuff for the new gaff.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have leftover pancakes.
Nice.
Well, I have leftover pancake mix.
Oh. I don't eat pancakes. Are you inviting me over for pancakes, or you said
no?
This is
I'm
what you're
going
going
to
to eat
all my pancakes.
Oh, right. Okay.
Myself.
I didn't know what was happening then.
I'm going to eat 10 pancakes by myself. Sorry, you're fancy booking.
Or eat 20 smaller pancakes.
When I fucked up last night, I put in.
It was Pancake Tuesday, by the way, yesterday in Ireland. Did you do that everywhere? America have pancakes every day.
Every day.
They have pancakes for
twice a day.
They have pancakes for breakfast.
I quite often have pancakes for breakfast.
I've never had a pancake for breakfast. I don't eat pancakes.
I get the the chocolate protein yogurt from Aldi.
The protein pancake.
And stick them on the pancakes in the mornings. Not every morning. Some mornings. Sorry, you're fancy booking.
Fantasy book. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so everyone's making a lot of noise about the fact The Rock is like 3 and then he's going to 2 and then everyone's thinking 1 Roman Reigns, does they acknowledge me? I think it's CM Punk.
Go on.
The reason why I think it might be CM Punk is because yesterday on Raw he had said, I'll sell my soul. So I was like, okay, I'm reading into this a bit too much. Also, I thought The Rock would want to hedge his bets a bit more.
Yeah, and by having two people in the match.
2 people in the match, and they're the final 2 people in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
So either way, he's getting his...
He wins either way.
He wins either way. CM Punk doesn't mind maybe necessarily losing. Why? Because he has a favour to call in. Yeah. Who's that favour with? Paul Heyman, right? Paul Heyman and The Rock have a little thing going on. The Rock inserts Punk into Jay's big fucking moment at WrestleMania, where he goes up against Gunther.
Punk wins the Gunther title.
Punk wins that title. He gets his main event at WrestleMania, and then Cena wins the other title, and then you have this super fucking faction with The Rock, John Cena, CM Punk, Paul Heyman, Travis Scott. On top of the wrestling world. And from there, you have everybody in WWE needing to take these motherfuckers down. You'll have Roman Reigns wanting to come back, wherever he ends up doing at Mania. You're going to have fucking Jay having an issue with him. You're going to have Gunther having an issue with you. Gunther and John Cena writes itself. Gunther and Punk writes itself.
Gunther should be the one to retire John Cena.
But do you know who I think should ultimately be the 2 heroes coming out of this story?
Go on.
Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins.
Because they're the 2 who've said it all along.
All along.
Yeah, I don't hate it. It's good. Like, it's good ideas. It's not going to happen, though.
Fuck you!
Look, I'm not the one saying I'm not the booker here.
No. You're saying it's not happening.
No. Do you know the 3-2-1 thing? Do you know what I suspect is?
What?
They haven't decided who the one is yet. They don't know yet.
Mabel is the third man.
Mabel is the third man. I don't think they know yet, and they'll play it out. And I think there will be someone.
It's CM Punk.
It could be, but Punk. I don't think Dave.
Punk has a favour to call in. I know Punk is like you baldy.
Do you think
bastards.
That
Punk literally said, "I'd sell my soul"?
Yeah, yeah. I don't think they've decided yet, and I think Punk's giving them an option by saying stuff that will look good in hindsight. But do you think that this has totally retconned anything Bloodline related?
No.
Because The Rock's in a different universe than the Bloodline stuff now.
Rock's in a different universe to everybody.
Yeah, but like I feel like this, like everything that the Bloodline was building to, now doesn't exist anymore.
Well, who could possibly be in Cody's corner?
Roman could be.
Roman, because Cody backed up Roman at Bad Blood.
Yeah, I just feel like
so Roman might have a match.
Can they get back around to? Yeah, I don't know.
100% sure he inserts Punk into that fucking thing. You have Jay there, with the Bloodline.
But no,
you have
they're
Roman.
Not going to insert Punk into it.
They might.
They won't.
It could be like the plan,
but all along. But I like it. It's probably better than what they will do, which is Punk Rollins.
Oh, we don't know. That's the thing. It's great getting to talk about it.
So, are we agreed that Cena's going back face?
Maybe he's going to learn
the error of his ways.
Learn the errors of his ways.
And then all the little Cena maniacs will love him one last time.
Cena Nation.
The
Cena Nation.
So overall, Shane, dog shit show with some great angles.
I love the show. You're fucking... I can't wait to fucking get into Revolution. See, this is tribalism. This is tribalism.
It's not tribalism.
Why is it even happening at Revolution?
Revolution looks very good. You have Omega Takeshita. That should be great. You have Fletcher Ospreay cage match.
I'm not even looking up at the results of Dynamite anymore.
It's been fantastic recently. They're on a run. They're on a hot run. But they are on a hot run. You know they're on a hot run. There's a lot of good matches on it. You have Moxley, Edge,
Baron Corbin to show up.
You have Moxley,
Cedric Alexander.
You have Moxley and Edge. Like,
excuse me, his name's Cope.
I just feel like that's going to go on way too long because Cope loves long matches.
Melodramatic bastard.
Yeah, he's a melodramatic bastard.
Are they ever going to pay off Daniel Bryan coming back? Is he ever come back?
Don't know.
Because he's not retired. He's only kind of retired.
Yeah, I think he had neck surgery, so I don't think we'll see him back this year. Now, he could be back for All In because he did a bit of a promo for All In.
Look, we'll review Revolution.
That's for next week. That's a different show.
What did you make of the John Cena heel turn? Is it the greatest heel turn of all time? Did John Cena ruin your childhood? And what else wasn't I allowed to talk about? He never put anyone over. Is he going to put Cody over at WrestleMania? Yeah, fine now. Dig it. This has been a Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show. I have to go for a piss. Do you have to go for a piss?
I also have to go for a piss.
We've been here for a long time. I'm going first. Stay safe. Stay sane.